Lesson 17. Okay, so we're going to learn about CSS classes now. Here's an example of a website with classes. What am I seeing? So this is all one color. The photo border matches. This is another color. The photo border matches. This is another color. The photo border matches. So from me looking at this, I can tell that this, and this are the same class tag, or the same rule set, but now they've applied a class to it. So these are different colors. Level 3, using classes. This waterfall page used the classes to make the images at the top of the page a different style from the images in the main part of the page. Okay, so these are the same images that are down here, and a class tag is being applied to these images that makes them look differently from these images. So the first thing that you're going to do is find the CSS rule set in the style CSS. So let's switch to the CSS. Okay, so I've got a body, a dot top dash image and a dot main. So what I'm seeing is classes start with a dot before them. So we're going to add a new rule to one of these classes, and then we're going to check to see if it affects only images in that class. Top image. I want the border to be thick. Border dash color. I changed my mind. We're going with color. Border color. Try this one, see if anything happens. Well, I feel like it took the border off of everything. Let me delete that. Oh, there was no border. Let's put that back. I did a Control Z to put it back. Border color brown. How about border? I know we get a border width, but did we decide that that didn't work? Thick. It's not affecting anything that I can tell. Let's try, I'm just going to try copying these down here. See if it does anything. And delete them from up here. So these have a blue border on them. Brown, let's try black. I think we had to do border style. I'm going to try inset this time. There we go. So it didn't affect the ones up here, but it did down here. Apparently I have to choose a style. Let's try it over here again. Let's start with border dash style. I'm going to go solid. And then I'm going to change the color to be border dash color. Oh, I wanted that to pop up. Try. Border. Oh, I know why it's not popping up. I don't have my colon at the end, semicolon at the end. Dash color. This one I want it to be blue. There we go. So apparently we have to start with border style, then we're good. We don't have our border style in. I want to try the dotted. I think it was dashed. I wonder if it does dotted. Okay, once you're done with that, click finish. Okay, this page describes the 4 humors. These are the 4 humors. But only one of them is styled with a special class. So it looks like the first one is styled with a special class. We're going to look through the code to see how the Sanguine class works. So it says image class equals quote Sanguine quote space SRC equals, SRC stands for source, quote sanguine.png. Okay, and then the H2 also has a class called Sanguine, and the paragraph has a class called Sanguine. I'm going to turn my inspector on. So the rest of the images don't have a class. Neither do their H2s and neither do their paragraphs. So the first thing we need to do is give this second one a class. And since this first one was named after this name, I'm going to do the second one this name too. So up here it says IMG space class. So down here, I'm going to do the same thing, IMG space I'm going to type in class. And so it automatically puts the equal and the quotes. And in there, I'm just going to copy that second one, all lowercase, CHOLERIC. And then the H needs a class. So I'm going to put my cursor after the 2, hit space, class is the second one. And I should have copied that so I don't have to retype it. I'm going to type this word. I'm going to select that word, copy it, and then the paragraph tag also needs a class. Same one. So now that I copied that word, I can paste it. Okay, what I want you to do now is pause the video and do the last 2 on your own. All right, now check your work against my work. Pause the video if you need to. Once your work is correct, go ahead and hit finish. I'm going to do one of these with you and you're going to do the other on your own. I'm going to do the second one with you. This page has a separate class for each of the 4 seasons, but the autumn class isn't working. Find the bug in the autumn class and fix the code so that the class makes the text a dark red. There's winter, spring, summer, autumn, and we want this to be dark red. Okay, class winter, class spring, class summer, class autumn. Let's go to the style CSS. Winter, spring, autumn. Okay, this looks right. Go back to the index. So, here's the summer. H2 space class equals quote summer quote close. H2 space class equals quote autumn quote close autumn slash H2. I'm going to go back to the CSS and just make sure that's spelled right. It's spelled A-U-T-U. Okay, they've spelled it wrong here. U-M-N. There we go. So it's just a spelling error. Click finish. You're going to do the other one on your own. So pause this video. When you're done, click finish. Level 6. This page has several different haikus. Choose one haiku and give it a special look by creating a class for its paragraph and heading tags. Use at least 3 CSS properties. What does the BR tag do? Okay, the BR tag is a break tag. So you get these big spaces because you put a paragraph tag around. If you want your line to just drop down to the next line and not have that big space, that's a BR tag. Don't do multiple BRs to get a big space like this. Just do a BR here and a BR here, and then this is just your closing paragraph. I'm going to turn my inspector on. Here's an example. Here you can see they have the BR tag, just like I said, and then your paragraph tag is wrapped around it. Okay, so we have to create a class for its paragraph and its H3. And I'm just going to start with the first one, the graceful bird. I'm going to call this H3 class. And just to be simple, I'm going to call it the bird. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the paragraph tag. Space, class, and I'm also going to call this one bird. And on the image, I'm going to style that differently too. So after IMG, I'm going to go space and then class. And again, I'm going to call it bird. Okay, so now going to the CSS. All right, so I first want to change my color to match something more in the picture. So I am going to do a dot. Our tag is bird. Opening curly brackets, hit enter a couple times, closing curly brackets. Now I'm going to come up and I'm going to do color. There it is. Dark green. I like that. We need to add 2 more properties, and I need to add a semicolon to the end of that. What else can we do? Let's go float. Right. I'm going to do background color. I'm going to do this azure color. Okay, so there are my 3 things. I'm going to hit finish and move on. Okay, so now you're going to do both of these activities, and I am not going to walk you through them. When you're done, click finish.